God dang it! Nintendo just announced the SNES Classic. If the craziness wasn't enough last year, get ready for part 2. Because we're now in Bizarro World, where Nintendo is including Star Fox 2 in the package? Star Fox 2, which never got a release, even though it was completely finished? It was supposed to be a sequel to the original Super Nintendo game, but it got caught in this weird time stasis just before the Nintendo 64 released. So the Super Nintendo wasn't exactly going to be relevant anymore, as well as the 3D effects chip graphics. And just like a month ago, I was reading an article that was saying that we'll probably never see Star Fox 2 because Argonaut Software, the developer, is now defunct, and how would they ever negotiate contracts and licenses? And then suddenly out of nowhere. So I don't think there's much to talk about as far as the SNES Classic release. Yeah, it's going to be great. There's a bunch of cool games on it. Go look at the list. They're including 2 controllers, which is obviously a good thing. And I'm sure it's going to be impossible to find again. But the real question here is, why attach Star Fox 2 to a product that obviously doesn't need help selling itself? I'd like to know the percentage of people who were on the fence about this. Who were like, SNES Classic, maybe I'll get it, I don't know. But now suddenly, because Star Fox 2 is attached to it, they're going to pay the $79.99 so they can play one game? I think there were already enough Super Nintendo games to hold this package on its own. So why not release Star Fox 2 on the Virtual Console? I can only assume it's because the Wii and the Wii U are now obsolete. That even if they did release it on the Virtual Console, it's not like you can go and pick up one of those systems. Sorry, I can't even talk straight now because I'm so excited. So we're still a little ways out before the Switch gets its Virtual Console. So they probably attached Star Fox 2 to the SNES Classic to make this big splash. I mean, I'd argue that the splash was already going to be huge, but it's not like we didn't see it coming. Rumors had been going on for months that we were eventually going to see a release of this product. So now, Nintendo just has to do things right, which in all likelihood they won't. I know a lot of you are going to get steamed and start bitching about how it's unfair or Nintendo is stupid. But let's move past that because it's not going to help anything. And let's move to the real questions we should be asking. Is Star Fox 2, a game that was made for the original Super Nintendo back in 1995, gonna even be any good? That's all I care about now. Also, since Secret of Mana is going to be on the Classic Edition, is it possible to play 3 players? Because there's only 2 controller slots and the original required a multi-tap. Oh my god, SNES Classic Edition multi-tap. Mini. Make it happen, Nintendo. Thanks a lot for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.